The giant's hand shot across the endless room, fast, violent. Its enormous fingers wrapped around Father Benedict before anyone could react. Tonya screamed, "Father!" The priest didn't fight back. He only stared at the giant black door with exhausted eyes. The ancient presence laughed thunderously. "You return to me willingly." The trapped spirits cried out as the priest was dragged across the burning floor towards the opening. Dora rushed forward instinctively, but Amaka stopped her. "No!" Black fire spread beneath the giant's hand wherever it touched. Reality cracked wider around the room. The hostel above flickered violently in and out of existence. Students appeared trapped inside walls. Doors opened into endless darkness. The entire campus was collapsing into the gates. Father Benedict looked towards Tonya while being dragged away. "Listen carefully." Tonya ran after him desperately. "There must be another way." "There isn't," the priest's voice echoed sharply through the chaos. The lower gates feed on guilt and sacrifice. The giant's hand pulled him closer towards the enormous opening. Behind the doorway, shapes moved restlessly, watching him come. The ancient presence whispered almost lovingly, "You opened the first seal. Now complete it." Father Benedict's expression hardened. "No." The giant's hand tightened violently around him. Bones cracked. Dora covered her mouth in horror. The priest winced, but kept speaking. The original seal required 3 things. Tonya shouted over the shaking room. "What things?" "Truth." The endless room trembled. "The dead must be remembered." The glowing spirit around them brightened slightly. The giant's hand dragged him closer. "Responsibility must be confessed." The matron was crying. And finally, the priest looked directly at Tonya. "The gates must be denied willingly." Silence hit her instantly. Tonya understood before he finished. Someone had to reject the door completely. Not out of fear, not out of guilt. By choice. The ancient presence growled deeper. It understood too. Father Benedict suddenly grabbed the giant's hand with both hands. The symbols beneath its skin began burning. "I opened the lower gates," he shouted. "So I will close it." The ancient presence roared furiously. The giant's hand began dragging him faster towards the opening. "No!" Tonya screamed. Father Benedict looked at her one final time. "You must not follow me beneath chapel." Then he smiled faintly, a tired human smile. The dead deserve peace. And suddenly, he drove the broken cross deep into the giant's hand. The endless room exploded with sound. The ancient presence screamed, not angry, in pain. Black fire erupted. The giant's hand loosened instantly. Father Benedict fell hard onto the burning floor. Tonya ran towards him, but the priest raised one trembling hand sharply. "Stay back!" The floor beneath him cracked open suddenly. A massive glowing symbol appeared beneath his body. Ancient, blinding, the original seal. The ancient presence roared violently beyond the great giant door. "No!" Father Benedict looked towards the trapped spirits surrounding them. "Remember your names." The glowing souls began crying softly. Tolu, Blessing, Ngozi. Every spoken name strengthened the symbol beneath the priest. The giant black door began shaking violently, closing, slowly. The ancient presence pushed against it furiously from the other side. More giant hands appeared inside the opening, trying to force it wider again. Tonya stared in horror. "There's more than one." Father Benedict nodded weakly. "There always was." The endless room collapsed around them now. Chunks of corridor falling endlessly into darkness. The merge between walls was destabilizing completely. Dora grabbed Tonya. "We have to leave." But Tonya couldn't move. Father Benedict was still kneeling inside the glowing seal. The black fire was consuming him slowly. The priest looked towards her one last time. Then softly, "Tonya, forgive yourself." The words hit her harder than anything else, because finally she understood. The gate had been feeding on all of them. The matron's guilt, Dora's guilt, the priest's guilt, even hers. The belief that surviving made them responsible. The ancient presence screamed furiously as the giant black door closed further. Only a narrow opening remained now. One enormous eye still stared through it, watching Tonya. Then the voice whispered directly into her mind one final time. "Grief always opens the door again." The eye slowly disappeared as the giant black door slammed shut. There were still seen shadows of hands, but the door couldn't open anymore. The endless room shattered instantly. Darkness swallowed everything, and Tonya felt herself falling.